Hello and welcome. I wanted to begin this video by helping you understand what is something very dear to us, that is something that is all around us, that being time. Time, as we know, is full of hours, minutes, days, years, millennia. But I wanted to focus on something a little bit more specific, a little bit more tiny. In this case, it is the SI unit of a second. The second, as we all know, is there is 60 seconds inside of a minute. There's 60 minutes inside of an hour, which I think at this point it would be 3,600 seconds inside of an hour, and it goes on and on and on. But what I want you to understand is that the second is actually a bit more specific to that now. The second, as stated by the International Committee of Weights and Measures, stated that the second is the duration of 9,192,631,770 periods of the radiation corresponding to the transition between the two hyperfine levels of the ground state of the cesium-133 atom. Now, that is a very specific definition of what a second is and the length of time that is a second. But it used to not be this way. The second actually was the first definition of a second was stated as a fraction of the day. Well, that definition doesn't really help us understand how much or how the length of time that is a second. We know now that the day is 24 hours in a day. Then we can go on to fractions and then continue on with minutes and then finally get to seconds. But just stating that the second is just a fraction of the day, it doesn't really help us understand exactly how the length of time that is a second. So with the second that the International Committee has stated, this allows us to be able to understand specifically more what the length of time is of a second, to make sure that not just us, but everybody around the globe would be able to understand the length of time that is a second, to make it more standardized along with all the other people around the world, making sure that we all understand the actual length of time. Now, this video was just a little bit of help you more understand why it's time, and to be able to make sure that we actually update all of our units to keep them up to date, such as the seconds, meters, and all such other many units. We need to understand that these units have to be specifically defined, so that way later on in the future, under other people, if we want to make sure that we make an experiment or we want to make some kind of test, we standardize the most basic units to make sure that everybody understands how long, or the length of time, or the how many Kelvin, how much energy, or just everything is very standardized to be to a point. Well, it's a short little video, but I hope you liked it. Thanks.